My friends here would like to wish Richmond County a
Merry Christmas!
Welcome to Live at 5, your Tuesday edition. I'm Lance Jenkins and certainly glad to be in studio bringing you Richmond County's nightly news. Tonight's show is brought to you by Richmond Community College over in Hamlet. I'll tell you, we just had Peyton Tucker on yesterday, a fine example of the type of student that Richmond Community College produces. And if you want to learn more about enrolling, visit richmondcc.edu. Let's get right to it now for tonight's top stories. The United States House of Representatives voted 227 to 203 today to pass the finalized version of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act bill, more often referred to generally as the tax reform bill. The Senate will now vote on the bill, and it could be on President Trump's desk by the end of this week. Congressman Robert Pittenger, who represents Richmond County and voted in favor of the bill, said, quote, "This is truly a historic day. This is a tax cut for the middle class." He went on, "We are nearly doubling the standard deduction, increasing the child tax credit, and slashing tax rates so that all Americans fighting to build a better life for themselves and their children," end quote. Pittenger noted this will get the American economy going again, but Democrats remain skeptical of whether or not the bill is actually going to lower taxes for all Americans in all states. You can see Congressman Pittenger's full statement and reaction to the tax reform bill on richmondobserver.com and the RO app. Monday was a busy day for local emergency services as crews responded to several accidents throughout the county. First, emergency responders were dispatched at 5:58 a.m. Monday morning to a collision on Highway 1 South. The accident occurred on the highway where the road changes from 4 lanes to 2 lanes just south of the 311 exit ramp. A tractor-trailer was merging into the flow of traffic when it collided with a pickup. Neither drivers required medical attention, and traffic was not interrupted going either direction of Highway 1. The second accident was in the afternoon between a Buick sedan and a Mountain Air Farms tractor-trailer that collided at the intersection of Highway 220 and Highway 74 in Rockingham. The Buick sedan collided with the trailer, causing it to become lodged beneath the truck. Rockingham Fire Department personnel freed the driver from the car. First Health Richmond EMS transported the driver of the sedan to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And finally, the third accident on Monday occurred around 7:58 p.m. on East Broad Avenue between a white GMC pickup truck and a gray Honda SUV. Witnesses stated that both vehicles left the Biltmore Drive traffic light and crashed in the eastbound lane of the highway. The SUV was occupied by 3 adults and a small child. There were 2 adults in the pickup truck. None of them involved in either vehicle required medical attention. I'll tell you folks, be safe out there. Really busy time of year, and our accident reporter Harold Dawkins certainly was busy yesterday. We appreciate all the work he does for the Richmond Observer, and you can read the full accident reports on what's going on in the area on richmondobserver.com and the RO app.
At Richmond Community College, we prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. From business to education, engineering, utilities, healthcare, criminal justice, information technology, and human services. At Richmond Community College, we can save you thousands of dollars on tuition through our university transfer programs that provide a seamless transition to universities and colleges throughout North Carolina. At Richmond Community College, we are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 5 curriculum programs entirely online. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College. Local college, big impact.
And welcome back to Live at 5. The Hamlet Police Department announced the addition of a new officer last week. Tim Hubbard has been hired as the newest member of Hamlet's Finest and will begin his official duties the first week of January 2018. Hubbard is from a small town much like Hamlet, so he likely knows what to expect from the community and, more importantly, what the community expects of him as an officer. Captain Randy Dover commended Officer Hubbard, noting the positive attitude and intelligent approach to policing that the new hire has demonstrated thus far. Technology has transformed the way the world communicates and does business. One evolving job due to the current digital age is the credentialed medical assistant position, who enters data into a patient's electronic health record. Richmond Community College offers an associate degree in medical assisting, which prepares multi-skilled healthcare professionals qualified to perform administrative, clinical, and laboratory procedure. College President Dr. Dale McInnes said, quote, "RCC strives to prepare students for 21st century careers, and the medical assisting program is a great example of how we are meeting the demands of today's healthcare environment," end quote. RCC is now accepting new students into the medical assisting program for the spring 2018 semester. It is free to apply, and the application is completed online at richmondcc.edu/admissions/how-apply. Whew, that was a mouthful. You might want to check that out at the bottom of the screen. Spring semester begins January 5th, 2018, and for more information about the medical assisting program, you can call Allied Health Department Chair Renee Craven at 910-410-1888 or email arcraven@richmondcc.edu. Folks, stay with us. When we come back, more College Football Bowl season preview with Russell Parker, and we'll be talking to him about his opinion piece today about the Rockingham Speedway. It's all coming up right after these messages. Family Pharmacy is a local pharmacy that's been in business in Rockingham for over 10 years. Located in the Food Lion Shopping Center on US 1 North, we have easy access into the store and a drive-thru for your convenience as well. You can download the official Family Pharmacy app at myfamilypharmacy.com, and we'll help you set it up to text you when your prescription is ready, and you can even set it up to fill your prescriptions when due. Our motto is we'll treat you like family, and it's something we truly mean. We take the same care in filling your prescription that we would take for our own family. Family Pharmacy, we'll treat you like family.
With hospice, you guys just outdo yourselves every day. And I really appreciate it. I honest to God don't know what I would do if it weren't for you. The things that you do, I'm in approval of. And thank you. I don't know what else to say other than thank you.
I'm Kelly. I worked at Champion Ford for 2 years.
6 years.
3 years.
1 year.
I've been at Champion Ford for 13 years.
1 whole year. 15 years.
I'm Jamie and I've been at Champion Ford for 12 years.
I've been here 8 years.
Champion prices, champion service, champion experience.
Get treated like a champion today at Champion Ford. Just down the road from our prices, championfordlincoln.com.
We are Champion Ford.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
And welcome back to Live at 5. And of course, always a pleasure on Tuesday to have in studio with us. Well, actually, you're here all the time. I don't know why I said today, but you're behind the desk today.
Yep.
Executive producer Russell Parker of this show, also college football and NASCAR analyst. And we're going to be talking about all of it today in expeditious fashion.
Yeah.
We're going to be rolling right through this because let's take a quick look at last week. You can see on the screen our picks from last week. We both went 3-2. Not too bad to start off bowl season.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. We both picked Troy to win. We did not get, what is that there?
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, we didn't get them, but
no.
we went flip-flop on a couple of them there at the bottom.
Yeah, and then of course Boise State got the win over Oregon. That's a big win for Boise State.
Huge, yeah.
We split on Marshall and Colorado State. You got that one right, and then of course Middle Tennessee went my way. But nonetheless, we finished 3-2 overall last week, and we've got a full slate to talk about coming up next week. So let's get right to it.
13 games coming up.
So how about this one, folks? This is actually tonight. Akron and Florida Atlantic in the Boca Raton Bowl. I mean, I'll tell you something, man. They can. There's a bowl for everything now. I mean, soon it's going to be the Cheesecake Factory Bowl, the Hong Kong Restaurant Bowl, The
I thought Auburn would get into the toilet bowl.
Oh, is that right? Yeah,
With
you got
Tennessee.
that's not far from here. I mean, gosh, there's a bowl for everything, but we had that conversation last week, so we won't go there. But the Boca Raton Bowl tonight, Akron taking on Florida Atlantic. Who you got winning this game?
I'm going to go with FAU on this one.
I think you're right. And matter of fact, Florida Atlantic, correct me if I'm wrong, that is where Lane Kiffin coaches. He got a new 10-year deal today. That just came out minutes ago. 10 years.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, you really got a good situation. Lane, he ain't getting fired from Florida Atlantic. I mean, you got a guy, if he loses tonight, he ain't getting fired.
Right.
He's
got a good resume coming in there. Working formerly with Nick Saban at Alabama, and
that's right.
Came out here and has had a successful year with FAU.
That's right, and of course his head coaching career prior to Florida Atlantic hadn't been all that great. I think he's learned his lesson, and 10-year deal. I mean, sweet deal's kind of like David Cutcliffe over at Duke. I mean, why would you want to leave?
Right.
They don't expect you to win too many games, and you keep that $1 million deal and you keep rolling. So I think Florida Atlantic kind of has the same viewpoint. But anyway, I spent too much time on that. Sorry. So you got Florida Atlantic in this one?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to go with you. I think Florida Atlantic makes it 11 wins on the season. They'll win tonight. The DXL Frisco Bowl. On Wednesday, Louisiana Tech and SMU. Who you got winning this one?
I'm going to go with the Mustangs here, SMU.
Gotcha. I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech.
All right.
Old Skip Holtz down that way. I think he's still there. But Louisiana Tech, that shows you how much I know about Louisiana Tech. But nonetheless, I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech here to beat SMU. The Gasparilla Bowl. Folks, you ought to see this. On Thursday, Temple, Florida International. Who wins this one?
I'm going to go with Temple on this one. I think they're going to win this one.
I'm going to go opposite of you. I'm going to go Florida International here. The Bahamas Bowl this Friday. UAB, whose their football program just returned this year after a couple years absence. UAB back in the bowl contention, and they're going to be playing Ohio. Who wins this game?
I'm going to go with Birmingham here. UAB, I think that coming back, they got something to prove to their athletics department and the university, because they got shut down a few years ago, and that was terrible for the players that were there. But they got it back up, and I think they're going to get a win here. I'm
going to agree with you. I think UAB gets to win here. And then the Potato Bowl. That's a big one. This Friday, Central Michigan and Wyoming. Who you got winning this one?
I'm going to go with Central Michigan here.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you. I think Central Michigan is going to get the job done. The Birmingham Bowl this Saturday. It'll be nice to see college football on Saturday again like we did last week. Birmingham Bowl will feature Texas Tech and South Florida. Who you got winning this one?
I'm going to go with South Florida on this one. They've had a really good season.
They really have. Charlie Strong, in his first year at South Florida after getting fired from Texas last year, has done a tremendous job at South Florida. I'm going to go with you here. I think South Florida gets the job done. Armed Forces Bowl this Saturday. San Diego State and an Army team coming off a win over rival Navy. Who you got winning this one?
That was a good game between Army and Navy.
It was a great game. One of the best I remember between those two teams.
Oh, yes. And, of course, Army won.
That's right. Yep.
And I'm going to say they're going to win this bowl here, too.
I think you're right. I think Army continues a winning streak. They've had a great, great season. They're 9-3 on the year, and I think they're going to make it 10-win season coming up this Saturday. The Dollar General Bowl this Saturday will feature App State, hometown favorite, against Toledo, who won their conference against Akron. Who do you got winning this one?
I'm going to be the hometown advocate here. I'm going to go with Appalachian State.
Appalachian State. I like App State. Like the Mountaineers. Toledo's a tough team, though. I think Toledo gets the job done here. We'll see if I'm right. Probably not. Hawaii Bowl this Sunday will feature Fresno State and Houston. This is, I think, going to be a good game. I'm really excited about seeing this one. Fresno State coming off a loss to Boise State to end the season. Who you got winning this one?
I'm probably going to pick Houston to win this one here.
Yep.
They get to go to Hawaii on Christmas.
I know, isn't that exciting?
Awesome,
yeah. And of course, I've actually seen the stadium where they're playing. It is not a pretty stadium, but it's a pretty area. Don't get me wrong, but it is one of the oldest stadiums I've ever seen. But it's got to be really neat to spend your Christmas in Hawaii.
Yeah,
that's on the island of Oahu. That'll be a lot of fun. And who'd you say wins this game?
Houston.
Houston. Houston. I think you're right. I'm going to go with you here. I think Houston wins this game. The Heart of Dallas Bowl, which will be next Tuesday, a week from today. Utah, the Utes, taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Who you got winning this one?
I'm going to go with West Virginia here.
I think you're right. West Virginia's a good team. I think they're better than the record shows. Mountaineers get the job done. The Quick Lane Bowl next Tuesday will feature a team not too far from here. Duke taking on Northern Illinois. Who you got winning this one?
Duke has not had a great season,
No.
to say the least. So I don't think they're going to be able to pull off this bowl win here. I'm going to go with Northern Illinois.
Duke went 2-6 in their last 8 games this season. They're not coming in with a lot of momentum. I'm going to think that they're going to turn things around here. Somebody's got to pick Duke, right? I'm going to go with Duke here, but you may be right on this one, Russell. And then, of course, we've got the Cactus Bowl next Tuesday, featuring some more familiar teams now.
Yeah.
Kansas State and the Wildcats and UCLA. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that one. Who you got winning that one?
I'm going to go with UCLA on that one, the Bruins.
UCLA, the Bruins, who, by the way, just hired Chip Kelly to run their football program next year. That's going to be interesting. I think Chip Kelly is suited for the college football program. There's no doubt about that. NFL, kind of like Nick Saban, it just wasn't his thing.
You're right.
But he's a legend in college football.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Chip Kelly has gone back to the conference that he succeeded last time. Pac-12, big name over at Oregon, and now he's at UCLA. He's going to do a great job. I think UCLA wins this game as well. And, of course, teleprompter is going dead, so I can't see what the next game is. But nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see how we do.
Oh, yeah.
In those
I'm
games.
looking forward to it. 12 games we just covered right there.
12 games. So let's talk about, and we'll let everybody know what our record is as of next week when we come back. Remember, right now we're 3-2. We got a winning record going on right now, so that'll be fun to see. Let's talk about your NASCAR article today. You released an article, opinion piece today on RichmondObserver.com that is getting a lot of attention, probably the most viewed article today, actually, and it's about the Rockingham Speedway. Of course, you had the pleasure of going to the Rockingham Speedway to see races, and you were at its last race, I do believe, in 2013.
Yep.
So let's talk about your article. What do you think has to be done to bring racing back to Rockingham Speedway?
It'll be a very tough thing to get racing back here, but NASCAR cannot come back here in the next 5 years. They just can't. We're not prepared for that, and with contracts, they can't come back. So if you wouldn't start off something small, local racing, brings the people from around the other counties and in this county as well to get something going, but we need a lot of support. The county, everyone here in Richmond County needs to be highly supportive of it. They need to raise their voices on it. Let the people know of who owns the track. Bill Silas, let them know that they want it back open, and we want racing here. We want other events happening there too, because it's a facility that can be used for more than just racing. Other tracks around the nation, they don't just rely on the racing to keep their venues going. They have music concerts. Charlotte right now having a Christmas light show inside this track. Mm-hmm. We could do something like that inside Rockingham. And anything like that can happen, and will turn a profit, helps out local businesses around here grow, and in turn helps the county grow. And I think we just need a lot of support.
So you're saying the county and the businesses in the county to get involved in voicing concern for the, well, you can read the whole piece on RichmondObserver.com today, and Russell, I think, like I said, is getting a lot of attention. The
purpose of that article was to get people talking and to remind them that we still have something great here. Let's not lose that.
Yeah, well, and every time I ride by, I'm not even from here, a lot of you know that. I'm from an area smaller than this, believe it or not, but every time I ride by it, I just think to myself, wow, what a fine facility, a fine establishment. And I'm not even from here. It breaks my heart to see that not in use. And of course, I know a lot of people share that sentiment. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. I mean, you're bound to determine something is going to happen, whether it's for better or worse.
Right.
But I think it's a really interesting piece. And if you haven't read it, you need to go read it. RichmondObserver.com, or you can read it on the free RO app for Android and iPhone devices. And of course, we ran through a lot right then.
Oh, yeah.
Again, check this piece out, and we'll see you next Tuesday. We'll do it all over again. I got a feeling our records, they're going to swing one way or the other after 12 preview games.
Close.
You think so?
I might be on top, but I think I'll be close.
Well, we certainly shall see. I mean, he is a college football analyst, folks. And by the way, I just realized I left my coffee on the table the whole time. And so, and while we're talking about that, actually, I want to thank Tri-City Inc. For having Dunkin' Donuts here in town, because I don't know what I'd do without them.
I love Dunkin' Donuts.
Do you? I'm a big fan. We got a lot of Krispy Kreme fans out there. That's great and everything, but Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know what it is, but I like Dunkin' better.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just do. So glad to have one here in Rockingham. Appreciate the folks over at Tri-City that bring all those businesses that are in Richmond Plaza to Rockingham. All right, folks. Russell Parker, we'll see him next Tuesday. Actually, matter of fact, no, we won't. We'll be seeing you later in the week next week. That's right. And we will be talking about college football playoff games next week we'll be making official predictions, so join us for that. Russell, great to have you in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Folks, stay with us. We'll be back for more sports and weather. We're going to be talking about Raider wrestling right after this.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts.
And welcome back to your Tuesday edition of Live at 5. The Richmond Senior High School wrestling team went on the road last week for a rival matchup against Scotland High School. The meeting proved to be a highly contested battle, but saw Richmond pull out a hard-fought victory, 45-30. Over the weekend, the Raiders headed into the Southwestern Randolph Duels tournament to compete without two of their top performers. Richmond managed to go 2-2 on the day with wins over Southwestern Randolph and East Montgomery, but took a loss to Eastern Randolph in a tiebreaker and lost to Asheboro for the third time this season. Coach Nicholson noted the team will take a day off to heal and then begin prep for the huge 20-team Clash at the Creek tournament at Mallard Creek on Friday, December 22nd. And now Kelsey Russian with our weather report, our chief weather reporter, bringing you your 5-day forecast. Kelsey.
Thanks, Lance. Today's 5-day weather forecast is brought to you by Harrington Funeral Home. So first things first, there's going to be 60% chance of rain throughout Richmond County on Christmas Eve. So be sure to have any kind of umbrella or anything if you plan on going out. Or if you're anything like me, stay in, eat, and then just wait. But other than that, it's not feeling too much like Christmas because it's a little hot right now. But so other than the rain, it may be a little humid, but keep in mind that it's 6 days till Christmas, 5 days till Christmas Eve. So keep that in mind. And speaking of weather, let's move on to the 5-day weather forecast, starting with Wednesday. Wednesday will have a 100% chance of rain, so make sure to have, like I said, an umbrella or anything if you plan on going out. With a high of 56 and a low of 38. Thursday will have a 10% chance of rain with a high of 52 and a low of 38 as well. Starting with Friday, we'll have a 10% chance of rain with a high of 62 and a low of 48. And Saturday, we'll have a 50% chance with a high of 72 and a low of 58, which is probably the hottest day between all these days in the 5-day weather forecast. And Sunday we'll have a 60% chance of rain with a high of 62 and a low of 49. So as you see, it is warming up, but despite that, it's still going to be Christmas. The weather ain't going to change nothing. So keep in mind to have everything ready and prepared. And other than that, let's go back to Lance at the desk.
And that is it for your Tuesday edition of Richmond County's Nightly News and tonight's episode of Live at 5. Certainly glad to be in studio again today. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. And don't forget, later this week, we'll be talking about our Richmond County Athletes of the Week. And tomorrow, we'll have some interesting information about the upcoming show, Good Morning Sandhills. A lot to talk about there. And finally, we'll also be talking about the holiday schedule tomorrow. We'll release that so you'll know how you can get your nightly news over the holidays. And folks, looking forward to being back tomorrow in studio. Remember, you can watch this show on demand anytime on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, richmondobserver.com, or on the free RO app, which you can download for iPhone and Android devices. God bless, and we will see you tomorrow night. We'll do it all over again. So long.